Hello, happy Saturday, guys. I'm coming to you today for my first video on the debt-free journey. And the question I pose to you guys is, what is your why? So, why? Why do you want to be debt-free? Why is it important for you to be debt-free? Now, I want to give you my 3 reasons why, and I want you to create a list for yourself. What are your 3 reasons? So number 3 reason for me is my anxiety. Now, as some of you guys know, I'm a licensed therapist. I treat and diagnose mental health, and also licensed as a clinical addiction specialist. So I also treat addiction. And I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder about 5 months ago. And it's something I've always known. I've had. It's nothing new. It's nothing surprising. But to have that diagnosis was kind of like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's real now. It's kind of real, right? So I noticed that over the years, my trigger is money. And so for me, my sense of mind, my sense of peace of mind is very aligned with and tied with money or not having enough. It also comes with, growing up in a family system where that wasn't, available, but that's not my number 2, so we'll talk about that later. But, dealing with being a single mom, a single parent, that was a struggle for me, not having enough money. So, for me, I don't ever want to feel that anxiety, that stress that comes with not having enough money, not having enough to, for gas or food or whatever, just bare necessities, not thriving, but just barely surviving. And that for me is enough to motivate me to be debt-free. It's enough to motivate me to pay $1,000 or $1,500 a month toward debt. Whereas most people with my age, especially, that would spend that money on shopping sprees or vacations and, flying out here and there and things like that. That's not important to me, or it's not as important to me as paying off debt. So my number 2 reason would be security. And that kind of ties in with what I was just discussing. Again, it goes back to my childhood, growing up and being raised in a single parent home with 2 brothers, and my mom, and just kind of seeing that struggle my whole life, or even a little further than that, my whole family system. Just kind of seeing the stress and struggle of money and how it can create issues within the family structure. I've saw that my entire life, and for me, I just don't want to have to struggle with that. I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to constantly worry about money. So my number 1 reason is, of course, my 2 children. Now, this kind of ties in again with the other 2. My children, for me, obviously, I love my children, and I never want them to struggle like I have in regards to just trying to make it through school and surviving, right? I don't want them to go through that. I want to give them a head start in life. I want to be like those parents that I would see on movies who already had their children's tuition for college set aside. Now, for me, because I have gone through school and I'm very much more aware of the education system now, I would set aside money not only for the benefit of them going to college, but really more so for them to have a choice. If you're more business-minded and entrepreneur-minded, which I am teaching my children to be, I would rather, give you the choice. Do you want to use this money to pay for college, or do you have a business that you have a plan for, definitely, that you would like to start? Either way, here's a head start in life. Now, I think that we owe that to our children. So again, it's really more about breaking the cycle of poverty and allow my children to not have to go and start from the bottom like I had to, and creating the options and providing them choices in life from the very beginning. So decreasing anxiety, providing myself with more security, a sense of security, and also my children. Those are my 3 whys. Now I challenge you to write your list. And again, we're getting started September. which is next week. I'm so excited to have you guys along this journey with me. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below in the comment section. Also, if you have any questions, you can email me at shamanda.burston@gmail.com. Very excited. Very, very, very excited. It's going to be tough and it's not going to be easy, right? But it's going to be so much worth it at the end. And my journey is going to be 24 months, but we'll do it in 12-month increments. So however much money you want to save, I already have that in mind. Mine is $25,000 over 24 months. So I will do a separate video telling you guys why I chose that amount and how I'll be able to say that amount, and kind of giving you a little more background. If you have any questions, again, if you have any video ideas that you want for me to create before we start this journey September, let me know and I will get to it. Excited.